Dear students, I am Sudha, Assistant Professor, Department of Costume Design and Fashion. Today we will learn about sewing needles. Adjectives, types of needles, needle pots. Needle. A sewing needle is a small, slender and pointed tool usually made of steel designed for passing thread through fabric to create stitches. The way in which fabric is presented by the needle during sewing has a direct effect on seam strength and on garment appearance and wearable life. Types of sewing needle. There are two types of sewing needles, hand sewing needles and machine sewing needles. These are sewing needle, the two varieties, standard and long. Embroidery needle, two varieties, pointed and round. Then darning needle. Then machine sewing needle. There are two types of machine sewing needle. One is round pointed needle, then cutting pointed needle. Round point needle is two varieties, set point and ball point. Needle pots. There are six varieties of needle pots: shank, shaft, groove, scarf, eye and point. First one, shank. Shank is the upper thick part of sewing machine needle is called the shank. This part of the needle is inserted in the machine. Home sewing machine needles are composed of a flat and a round side to assist in always having the needle in the correct position. Always refer to your sewing machine manual for the correct way to insert the needle in your machine. Industrial machine needles have a completely round shaft and the groove is used to know which direction to put a needle in the machine. The end part of the needle is shank. Shaft. The shaft of the sewing machine needle is the area from the bottom of the shank to the point. The shaft contains the groove, scarf, eye and point of the needle. The shaft is center part of the needle is soft. Groove. The groove is in the side of the needle leading to the eye. The groove is a place for the thread to lay into the needle. Use your fingernail and feel the groove of the needle on various sizes to understand why a different size thread would be needed for heavier thread. Scarf. The scarf is a groove out of one side of the needle. The scarf allows the bobbin case hook to intersect with the upper thread and from stitches. The scarf is the eye under the needle. Eye. The eye of the needle carries the thread so the machine can keep forming stitches. The size of the eye can vary and works in the conjunction with the groove of the needle. Using a needle with an eye that is too small or too large can cause your thread to shed and break. The end part of the needle is eye. The last one is point. The point of the needle is the first contact with the fabric and responsible for how the needle presses the fabric. The most common type of points is sharps, ball point and universal. Sharp needles are for all woven fabrics. The sharp point is especially helpful when sewing straight lines under tasks such as top stitching. Next one is ball point needles are designed for knit fabric so that a point glides between the loops of knit fabric without disturbing the fibers that make of the fabric. Ball point needles do not form as straight stitching as sharp needles. The non-straight stitching is more apt to stretch with the fabric. Universal needles can be used with woven or knit fabric. The point of the universal needle is sharp yet very slightly rounded, giving it is characteristics of a sharp and a ballpoint needle. If you are not happy with the stitches your machine is forming, try switching the needle to either a ballpoint or sharp. Thank you for watching.